Luna Ascending by Zaina Wilder. Copyright Zaina Wilder 2024. All rights reserved. Chapter 30. Dirk. Watching Freya stand up and claim her place in a very dangerous fight, in an even more dangerous war, is brilliant and terrifying. I am so proud of her, and I want to ban her from coming entirely. My wolf is so panicked about her safety, it'd almost be easier to lock her in my room and deal with her wrath later. The idea of handcuffing her to my bed is distinctly attractive. My fiery-haired witch wouldn't stand for being left behind, though. This powerful, enthusiastic version of Freya is so unbelievably sexy that if he can't forcibly keep her home, the next thing my wolf wants to do is claim her. She is, without a doubt, my match. So, since she says she's coming, she's coming. End of story. Although I really have to come back to the idea of handcuffs later. The pack arrives en masse in the woods below the bothy where Liz is being held captive. We left our vehicles a few miles out, sneaking closer unannounced. The sun's last rays have vanished, the dusk is gathering, thickening. Our attack will be under the cover of darkness, surprising the coven, storming the bothy. I gave Lyle a hand setting up his tech, here, as far away as possible from the main fight. Lyle is strong, but shifted, his bear is slow over long distances, and small, tight spaces like the bothy put him at a huge disadvantage. We can't risk it. He's vital to our plan. And currently furious with me for suggesting Aurora help him. By the goddess, I didn't think he'd see it as babysitting duties. Aurora might still be a teen, but she's pretty switched on when she's not sulking. My wolfless wee sister seems entirely unafraid of the tough, scarred grizzly, though, despite him being nearly twice her age. I watch her as she charms the big man. His shoulders slowly relaxing, the scowl melting from his face as she jokes and teases him. Maybe they'll be good for each other. He shuffles on the spot, a blush creeping up his neck at something she's said. Wait, Lyle? Blushing? Suddenly the idea of them working together doesn't seem so great. My hackles rise. That's my sister. Not just that, Lyle is distinctly distracted by her. Things could go tits up if he isn't paying attention. I've never had cause to doubt him before. Freya, have you seen those two? I nod to where Aurora's busy leaning over Lyle to reach something. The asshole is staring straight at her chest. I don't like that bear near my sister. Freya glances over. It looks pretty innocent, Dirk, and she has to feel useful. Hell, I'd say she even looks happy right now, despite the circumstances. Yeah, that's what bothers me. She is not to go getting a stupid teenage crush on Lyle. Maybe you should stay back too, make sure Lyle stays on track, and keep Aurora from flirting and distracting him. It'd also keep Freya away from the main battle. Back here, she'd be relatively safe. Freya's scathing reaction is like a physical burn. Dirk Varg, I will not sit behind the lines and act like an unpaid chaperone just because you're being an overprotective, controlling asshat. My mate is amazing, but incredibly frustrating when it comes to her desire to throw herself into the middle of things. She doesn't know the first thing about how to look after herself for goddess's sake. My wolf snarls, reminding me of all the witches with their throats torn out that night she first shifted, and I have to back down. Maybe she knows the odd thing about fighting. Whose side is my wolf on anyway? Freya interrupts my thoughts. Look, I have a plan for Aurora. She might be so distracted that she ignores whatever the hell she and the big teddy bear have going on. I grin. I hope to hell Lyle didn't hear that. He will never, ever forgive her if he did. Look, we've fashioned a spell to create an artificial mind link. We can't link the whole pack. It would take too much power, but we've linked her to me and, to Lyle too. Look, let me show you it working. Glowering, I turn to watch Aurora. Her face lights up when Freya speaks over their link, and I feel my sourness ease a little. From Freya's glazed expression, Aurora must have started prattling, full tilt. I huff, feeling a little excluded. Annoyed with myself, I grimace. If I take this feeling of exclusion and multiply it by 100, I might get close to what Aurora's been feeling these past months. I've been sidelining my sister's troubles when she needed me. The realization hits like a gut punch. I need to up my game. If I'm going to take over duties from my father, I need to prioritise shit like this. It's all very well taking command of the attack tonight, but being alpha is far more than being a battalion commander. I have to look after my pack. All of them. My own sister, the alpha's daughter, should be a priority. Whirling away, I bite my tongue, stopping myself from warning her against Lyle. Damn it, Aurora's a smart girl. She might not have her wolf, but I need to give her some wriggle room. As the darkness gathers over the top of the heather, I command the pack to spread out around the hillside. The enemy hasn't moved from their stations. There's been no switch up to the routine the scouts observed last night. It's time. On my signal, the pack throws themselves, belly low to the ground, up the hill. The cloud cover is on our side, our dark forms virtually invisible as we run towards the bothy. I leap at the throat of the nearest guard and bring him down with barely a sound. Wrenching his head sideways, he twitches twice before lying still. I drop his limp body and stare down into his face for a long moment. This man was causing real harm to people I care about. For once, killing feels good. The other two guards are brought down by Tavy and Angus in slick, silent kills. So far, so good. Lyle, I think at him. After a moment, he responds. No movement on the heat map. We're safe, but only for the moment. The guards radio their update on the hour. Lyle has only 15 minutes to hack one of the dead security guard's tags and let us sneak through the next hurdle, an alarmed electronic perimeter 10 metres from the building. Every metre we can get closer before the alarm is raised is significantly safer for my wolves, and less risky for the hostages. Fuck knows what the coven will do to them if they realise we're coming. Hostages are expendable. I glance sideways at Tavy, not daring to voice that worry. Reynard appears at my side like a bad smell. I should be glad of the extra pair of hands, but this man just plain annoys me. He won't stop bitching about being unjustly set upon. Damn it, I didn't hit him hard enough. I send him off to lead the group on the right flank, just to get him the hell out of my hair. We creep forward as far as we can without disturbing the perimeter. Slow tendrils of smoke curl up into the crisp night air from two guards standing outside the bothy having a quiet cigarette. They are so close I can smell the sweat and grime emanating from them. They're not shifters, thankfully, or they'd have sensed us already. They stroll around the bothy, away from the doorway, away from me, and my wolf grumbles. They're moving towards Reynard's team on the right flank. If they stay over there, I'll have to leave them to that asshole to deal with. Lyle's frustration with the security system is radiating down the pack link. The bear is a tech genius, but the success of the mission now rests on his ability to disable the alarm. Tavy fidgets beside me, and our link starts to vibrate with impatience. Everyone is on edge. The smoking guards wander even closer to Renard's group. Finally, Lyle gives a triumphant shout and declares he's nearly done. Thank fuck. Suddenly, everything is wrong. Renard leaps across the security line and barrels into the guards. The klaxon-like alarm is eardrum-shatteringly loud and incessant. What the hell is he thinking? This is a mess. I curse and order everyone forward into the melee. Renard hasn't even disabled the guards. One gets to his walkie-talkie and manages to garble a few words before scrambling around to face the advancing pack. What the hell, Renard? The guard splutters before an enraged Tavy floors him and rips his throat out. What the fuck, Renard? I echo, snarling violently. Renard shrugs. Your pet bear was taking too long. Lyle snarls down the link. Bothy door closing, and you have company arriving thanks to the Gamma. The rest of the guards are mobilising. ETA 40 seconds out. Shit. The steel door descends across the Bothy entrance, and without thinking I leap towards it, squeeze through the rapidly shutting entrance, and somehow Tavy makes it in behind me.